Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome to another Sunday worship service sponsored by the Empowering Temple of Praise Church, E-Top, being constructed at 3615 Reed Street, the heart of Fort Worth, Texas, Funky Town. Right now, keep us in your prayers. God is making the moves on behalf of the Empowering Temple of Praise Church. We thank Him in advance for that. I got to get to this word. So the song says, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. Got my war clothes on. Got my war clothes on. Oh, got my war clothes on. Got my war clothes on. Put your hands together. Come on, musician. All right. That's good. Yes. Let's go ahead and get into this word. Let's get into this word. There's a word from the Lord in the gospel according to St. Matthew. St. Matthew chapter 6, verse 25 through verse 34. The gospel according to St. Matthew, verses 25 through verse 34. Here is what is recorded in the Break It Down version, BSV version. I love this passage. It says, I tell you, do not worry. Don't worry about your life and what you will eat or what you will drink. Don't worry about your body and what you will wear. Isn't there more to life than just eating? Aren't there more important things for the body than just clothing? Then, watch this, Jesus points out the birds. He said, now if you just look at and pay attention to the birds, they don't even plant, they don't gather crops, they don't put away crops in storerooms for later on. But your Father who is in heaven always feeds them. And if He feeds them, aren't you much more worth than they are? Can you add even 1 hour to your life by worrying? No, you cannot. And why do you worry about clothes? See how the wildflowers grow? They don't work or make clothing. But here is what I tell you. Not even Solomon in all his royal robes was dressed like one of these flowers. And they didn't do nothing. God provided. If that is how God dresses the wild grass, then why are you worrying about what you gonna wear? Don't you think He'll dress you even better? Stop having that small little faith. I love this, right? He said, after all, the grass is just here today. Tomorrow it's thrown in the fire. Verse 31, so he says, so don't worry. Don't say, what will we eat or what will we drink or what will we wear? People who are ungodly run after all those things. But your Father in heaven knows that you already need them. And He said He'll supply all your need. Verse 33, but put God's kingdom first. Do what He wants you to do. Then all those things will also be given unto you. Last verse. So don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. You already know, but using for a subject from which to preach. Stop worrying and let God handle it. Yeah, some of y'all just use it, the normal Christian phrase is let go, let God. Yeah, you can say that as well. But Jesus specifically says, don't worry. He specifically says, don't worry. Why would he tell us not to worry? Because he knows that's what we're going to do. He knows that's us, right? We're human. We're not perfect. When we see things, we hear things, we begin to worry. When we understand stuff, we begin to worry. When we are not sure about things, we begin to worry. And if I told you that there are folks who have died because they worried themselves to death, some of y'all will be like, huh? Really, Bishop? Really? They worried themselves to death. Yes, because worry causes stress. Stress causes health ailments. People worry so much so that they start having heart problems and heart murmur. The heart skip beats and stuff. And people worry about so many things so much so that they begin to have headaches. And then they keep worrying, it becomes migraine. And they keep worrying, and it just so much so that they got to go to the hospital and get pumped up with meds. Why? Because they are worrying about stuff that they can't do nothing about. Yeah, that's why Jesus said, don't worry. And you watching, those of you who are watching right now, some of you are saying, yeah, that's me, Bishop. I raised my hand. I know that because I've been there, done that. When problems and situations come into our lives, most of us don't say, guys, you know what? I'm just going to pray about it. God got it. We'll do that later. But initially, the initial thought process is, oh God. This is crazy. You got to be, I can't believe this. And some of y'all, Christians cuss. Some of y'all, this is a God. Some of y'all know how y'all do it. I don't cuss, but some Christians do. Some of y'all Christians cuss. Y'all know he's working on that for you. I got it. You ain't cuss like you used to, but you still do. But this is Jesus telling us, his followers, not to worry. And I love the passage of scripture, right? Because it reminded me that even as a parent, we worry about stuff about our kids that we can't do nothing about. We worry about the kids at school. Now, are there issues at school? Yes, we've had them, right? People shooting at school, so I got that. But why worry about it? If you're going to worry, don't send them to school. Just something some people have. You know what? I'm keeping my kids at home, and I'm a homeschool them. How that work out for you? Now, some of y'all say, well, yeah, it worked out. I'm still doing it. Right? My child, I skipped them up to the 8th grade. Don't know 4 plus 4. But here's the deal. I got you. Some of us worry so much so that it causes a problem in our lifestyle. We don't even look the same because we got so much worry. We're wearing so much worry. Right? And we're in a battle. As the scripture said, we got so much stuff that's going to happen in our life on a daily basis because this is life. So why worry about stuff that you can't do nothing about? Why worry about things that are beyond your control? The serenity prayer, I love that prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Grant me the courage, though, to be able to change some of those things that I can put forth an effort to change, that I can put my 2 cents in and be able to make a difference in. I want you to give me the courage to do that, because some people don't have the courage to participate in certain things and functions that may change the situation that they may like, right? But then I love this, because the last part of serenity prayer is the key. It asks, but I'm asking for the wisdom to know the difference. That's the key, y'all. Because if you don't have the wisdom to know the difference between the stuff you can and can't change, that's when you worry. Oh, my goodness. Help somebody, Bishop. I'm trying to help them. That's when you worry. You're not for sure if you can change something or not, then you worry. And then when you worry, you stress. When you stress, you got high blood pressure. When you stress, you get migraine. When you stress, you can't eat right. Your appetite is gone. You start losing weight. Your hair starts falling. All these things begin to happen. Why? Because you are doing what Jesus said don't do and worrying. Oh, my goodness. Here it is. We worry about kids at school, and God is already at the school, right? We worry about our jobs, and God is the one who got us hired or hired us, or he orchestrated it for it to happen. We worry about our families, and God allowed us to have them. He knew you were going to get pregnant. He knew take care of you. Just you take care of your children. I'm going to take care of you. We also worry about our health, but God is the one that created us. He knows everything about us, right? God knows all of our situations. He knows where we hurt. He knows how we feeling. He knows the eye ache. He knows the ear ache. He knows that. There's nothing we can say to God that will surprise him. He already knows, right? So why worry about health? Should we ask God and pray about certain things that ails us? Absolutely. That's what he wants us to do. But the worrying part is it comes in when we don't have the faith that we should have in him. And that's what bothers him. And that's why he said, without faith, it's impossible to please God. You'd be like, I fed 4,000 folks and I used my whole 2 weeks check to do it, God. But you don't have faith. He said, yeah, okay. Yeah, feed some more. But if you got faith, and you doing stuff like that, oh, God is so pleased. He like, yes, I'm pleased. I love that. Why? Because he wants us to believe in him. He tells us to trust in him. Why? Because he know we're going to go through some things. And he said, listen here, trust in me with all your heart and all your mind. And love your neighbor as yourself. He tells us what to do. And by him telling us what to do, we still don't do it. Why? Because of two things. Here, what is that, Bishop? Glad you asked. It's because we see stuff or we hear stuff. And when we see or hear it, it bothers us. Okay, let me help somebody. I'm afraid of snakes, right? And some of y'all are afraid of snakes, spiders, whatever, right? But I'm not afraid of spiders. I catch spiders, or used to. I kill them now. But I used to catch spiders, right? Just by the hand. God was protecting me as a little boy. I caught poisonous spiders. Didn't know they were poisonous. Because they little. I'm like, look at that little spider. God just protected me. But I used to pull the grass from on side our house in Dallas, and I just grab the spider, put it in the bucket, and grab, oh, that's a big one. I grab them back, whoop, back of them, and put it in the bucket, and then I move them closer to each other, have them fight. They be, and what I liked about it is that even though a spider was big, sometimes, which was evidently the poison one I didn't know about, the little spider would beat the big spider. And the big spider, you just see him just. I said, wow, this one, I'm gonna let you fight a cricket then. I was just catching bugs, right? God protected me. I'm not afraid of spiders, but I'm afraid of snakes. But this one time, a snake was right beside me. Live snake now. Rattlesnake at that. And it didn't even scare me. Wait a minute, Bishop, you say you're afraid of snake. Oh, absolutely. But you said a snake was right there beside. Yeah, I mean right here within striking distance. But I wasn't even afraid. Now, I got you. What you're asking is, well, why weren't you afraid, Bishop? Glad you asked. I wasn't afraid because I didn't see it. Neither did I hear it because it didn't rattle. Now, as I got closer to picking up something that was near the snake, it rattled. And when it rattled, I took off. Watch this. I'm trying to help somebody. We are usually not afraid of anything unless we see it or hear it. No matter how much, that's why I love the fact, I keep saying this all the time, blind folks got the best faith. Because they can just walk about their business, hitting the walking cane back and forth and just going on. And they may have been afraid of a dog. If a dog is there, they go on about their business, right? Because they don't hear it or see it. And they're going to keep going. But if you hear ruff, he may stop in his track, right? If he's afraid of dog. He may get prepared. Where's that dog? Is he coming for me? He get away. But I love that, right? God wants us to have that type of faith. Like a little child. Little child got big time faith. God wants us to have that type, right? To be able to trust him regardless of what we see or hear. Because a lot of time the enemy will show us stuff just to blind us. We're like, wait a minute, that don't make sense. Yeah. This is the. He shows us because he know it's going to make us wary, thus blinding us from the power that we know God has over any situation. And that's what the enemy does. God allows it, right? But Satan blinds us by showing us and letting us hear stuff. Girl, you know, you heard it's a such stuff, and it's going around poisonous. If you look in the eyes of this guy, now you like, oh, I'm wearing shades from now on. Why? Because you heard something, right? No matter if it's true or not, that's what the enemy does. He puts out lies, puts out skepticism, because it ain't really about him, about you. It's about you not trusting in God. That's what he wants us to do. He wants us to get to the point where things are going so much so in our life that we just say, oh, you know what, forget it then. I've been trying to trust God all these years and all these things happen. That's what the enemy wants you to get to that point. But no, you need to tell him, you know what, I ain't worrying about that. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to let God handle it. What you going to let God handle? Whatever I face, whatever I run into, I'm going to let him handle my family. I'm going to let him handle my children. I'm going to let him handle my marriage. I'm going to let him handle my sex life if it ain't right. I'm going to let him, I'm going to let him handle whatever I face. You know, my boss that's acting up on the job, that's cussing me out, that's making me do crazy stuff because he's the boss and he came on and he's new, he took over. I'm going to let God handle it, because if I let God handle it, if I handle it, then I'm going to get fired. If I handle it, then I'm going to lose money. If I handle it, I'm going to lose pay. But if I let God handle it, then one or two things going to happen. God going to change his heart, or God going to get rid of him, or he going to elevate me. Help somebody, Bishop. Stop worrying and let God handle it. Let me get through with this thing. The Bible is very clear that God don't want us to worry, because worrying is a sign of little faith. If you find yourself worrying about things, it occupies a whole lot of stuff. You'll find yourself worrying so much so that you can't even communicate with folks right. Have you seen that? Yeah, there'll be folks that say, you know what? I don't know what's going on with sister so-and-so or brother so-and-so or my sister or my mama or my nephew, because he ain't the same. She ain't the same. You know what they mean? That means you probably stressed out on something because you worried. You're wondering what's going to happen. And here's what happened. The enemy likes to crowd our minds with worry. Worry, Bishop? Absolutely. Because it occupies us. It messes us up. We can't even sing right. Like, you want to sing? Well, I did. Amazing grace. See, I can't even sing. When you can. But stress does that. Worry does that. Make you not even want to do nothing. Hey, you want to go play ball? No, man, I don't feel like it. Hey, you want to go get some ice? No. Hey, let's take the kids to... No, you go ahead. Worry does that. And that's what the enemy wants you to do. But Jesus says, I do not want you to worry, because I got your back. I got everything covered. I'm in control over every situation you face. I'm in charge of every problem. Name the problem and I'm going to be right there. Name the issue, I'm right there. Name the circumstance, I'm over that. You like, God, are you over? Yes. Well, you ain't let me finish. I don't have to. Because I'm God, the creator. I control everything. I control the comings and going. The enemy can't do nothing without him coming through me. He can't just do it on his own, because I never sleep. He can't catch me off guard. I never sleep. I'm in control of it. And if I'm in control and I'm telling you not to worry, what are you doing worrying? Help somebody, Bishop. I'm trying to. Here it is. I was talking to Minister Jones the other day. He had a good talk. And I was telling him about the GSGA mindset, right? God sent, God allowed. It's real simple. If you got the GSGA mindset, you can't go wrong. Because here's what do not worry mean, transforming into those four initials. Don't worry, because everything that happens is God sent or God allowed. It's just God sent, GS, God allowed, GA. If you got the GSGA, oh man, y'all better move that around. I got the GSGA mindset, then no matter what happens in my life, I'm good. Why? Because he allowed it or he sent it, one way or another. And I trust my Father, right? Like your kids. If your kids don't trust you, something wrong. But your kids depend on you to take care of them, right? And I ain't talking about your grown kid, even though some of them still depending on us. But I'm talking about the ones in school, right? Your responsibility is to feed them, it's to clothe them, and it's to take care of them, their mental stability, to wear for them, make sure they have roof over their head, clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, make sure they have food to eat, right? That's your responsibility as a parent. Just the basic responsibility, right? And to create a stable environment by which they could learn in. That's a basic, all the extra stuff. I'm going to buy them Nintendo, that's extra. Your responsibility as a parent is the basic necessities. And as a loving parent and the child does well, yes, you reward them and encourage them to do better and even be smarter. Why? Because you love them. Well, we're the children of God, of the King. You think you good as a parent, right? You think you bad as a parent. Well, I bought my daughter this. I bought my son this, and my son and my daughter. I got you, right? But we serve God, the creator of it, who controls everything. He closed doors that can't nobody open. And he opened doors that can't nobody close, right? We serve that God, the creator of the universe, who loves us as his children. Don't you think we don't need to worry about nothing? Because he already told it, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to supply all you need. All I need? Yes. And then I'm going to give you some of your wants, some of your desires. If your ways are pleasing, if you do what I ask, if you seek me first, and all these other things that you were thinking about and wanted, all these other things will be added. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to help something. Let me get through with this. The GSGA mindset is very powerful. Let's go to this text message right quick. Jesus give us some reason, watch this, as to why we shouldn't worry about things. I love this. If we can come to grips with the fact that God has everything under control, then we should know that we need not worry, right? Listen to this text. He says, do not worry. That's easy, right? At the beginning, verse 25, don't worry. Then he tell you what not to worry about. Like the major things that we worry about, he tells us not to worry about. We worry about stuff, here it is, that doesn't even happen. Wait a minute, Bishop, what do you mean? Thanks for asking. Here it is. We oftentimes worry about the worst thing, right? I don't know, somebody told you that. Hey, just think about the worst. Why would I think about the worst? I don't want the worst to happen. That's messing with me. But that's what people tell you. Well, see, that worst thing didn't happen. So here it is. This is what folk want you to think. That ain't biblical, though. But this is what they want you to think. If they come and take your house, just think about it. They could have taken your car too. Okay, so if they take my house, that's the worst thing. But they don't take my car, the good. No, I need somewhere to stay. I don't want them to take my house. Because number one, God gave it to me. So I refuse to just bow down to that nonsense because you saying, well, the worst thing is they take the house because at least you come stay in our garage. Which is all right to a certain extent, right? But God don't want you worried about nothing. Because here it is, GSGA. If you talk to God and say, hey, not my will, but your will be done, then whatever happens, not your worrying, but whatever happens, you good with it. You like, God got a plan for me. You know what? I can't believe this is the unbeliever. I can't believe he let me get fired from that job. Aren't you complaining about it? Yeah. But he should have moved the supervisor, not me. That's not the GSGA mindset. GSGA mindset said, hey, God got something better. Why you say that? Because they fired me. What you do? I told the supervisor he was wrong. And I'm not going to be treated like that. And it's unacceptable. And he said, disrespect, subordination, and he fired me. But God got something better. How do you know? Because I got the GSGA mindset. And I guarantee you, sooner rather than later, either you're going to get a call or one of the places you call going to say, hey, we were looking the perfect applicant. You're the one. I like your background. I love everything on your resume. Come on in. You don't have to interview. You start Monday, and we're going to pay you $5, $6 extra than where you would. I've already seen it, y'all. I ain't playing. I already heard that happen. I already had a testimonial about that. God would do it if you got the GSGA mindset. God sent, God allowed. Okay, whatever happened is it. That's it. I'm good with it. because God got my back. He said, don't even think about. That's the thing, right? Our thoughts. He said, don't even think about it. That's what don't worry mean. Don't even think about what you will eat. Don't even think about, oh God, we ain't got nothing to eat. Don't do that. don't worry about it. Now, here it is. You can say that without worrying, right? You could say, oh man, we ain't got nothing in the cupboard. Let me go get something to eat. That ain't worry. But there are some people who say, God, we ain't got nothing and I don't get paid till Friday. God say, don't worry about that. Because I'm going to supply all your needs. That's a necessity, right? You got to have food to eat. That's part of the makeup of what strengthens us, right? Eat well, good sleep, exercise, right? Take care of our bodies, right? And have the spiritual part all conforming with the other three, right? You good to go, right? That's why this person the other day said, you no longer than 35. Now I had saved this. You can't be over 35. You know what? That's good. God bless you, brother. That's wonderful, right? But yet I'm 8 years older than him. I said, how old are you? He said 46. I said, oh man, I'm 8 years older than you. I got a daughter 8 years younger than you. He just walked out, couldn't believe it. Just looking at me, just staring. Let me get through with this. He said, don't even think about what you would eat. Don't even think about what you would drink. Don't even think about what you will wear. Just don't even think of. Basically, Jesus says, anything that will worry you, don't even think about it. Don't think about your clothes. Don't think about. He said, I'm gonna take care of all that. Then I like this last thing in verse 33. He says, seek me first. Oh, listen, I'm going to get through with this. I said, I'm going to give you 30 minutes. I got about 4 minutes left. He said, seek me first, right? Why do that, God? He answered that. Why you want me to do that, Lord? Because there are some things you want. There's some things you desire. But I want you to seek me first. And then if you do that, then those things that you are thinking about and you're wondering about, all those things will be added unto you. Watch this. You don't have it right now. That's why I say they're going to be added. It ain't no addition if you already got it. But if you got it, he said, I don't need to add it. But if you seek me first, here it is. Let me give y'all some example. Here it is. Before I do basically anything, I seek him. Like everything. Before if I get a phone call, I'm like, it's gonna rain that fourth time because I'm saying a prayer. God, I don't know who this is, but I'm asking you to give me the words to say that will edify them or rectify a situation that may be broken in Jesus. Hey, this bishop. Or if I know the person, I'm like, oh, that's Deacon so-and-so, or that minister so-and-so, or that sister so-and-so. Same thing. God, I don't know why they call them, but if it's an issue, I'm asking you to put the right words in my mouth that will edify, encourage them, strengthen them. Hey, this bishop, what's going on? Everything. Before me and the first lady, well, anyway, everything. He say, seek him first in all things, and it'll be added unto you. I love that, y'all, and that's what a lot of people don't do that. We don't seek him first on anything. We do things what I call bass backwards. We do it, and then when it don't work out, then we want to holler at him. Hey, God, I apologize for not coming to you first, but I shouldn't have married this joker. He like, in my spiritual imagination, I can see God's spiritual arms. You shouldn't have married him. I could have told you that. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh, I shouldn't have gone to that club last night. Please, 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 don't let this happen because they trying to arrest folks that was there in this vicinity, and I can see his spiritual magic, his arm. If you had sought me, I would have told you not to go. Oh God, I can't believe I woke up to a monster. Yeah, But if you had talked to me before going out on that date, I would have told you, don't do it. That's what seeking him first means. In anything. I know it like, dog, you seek him first. I'm going to seek him first before I get a loan. That's good. I'm going to seek him first before I get a house. That's good. Anything, though. Don't just wait to the big stuff. I'm going to seek God on the big stuff. No, I'm going to seek him on anything. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. God don't want us to worry about anything, but seek him about everything. We don't have control over nothing. God is in control of everything, especially our lives. So we need to seek the one who has control over it, right? Since we don't control it. But here's the deal. He got control over sickness because he's a great physician, right? Got control over the wind because he told the wind to stop moving. So that means he got control over it, right? Anybody can just say, wind, stop. Let's stop. And the wind, oh my goodness. He got control over the water, right? Because he said, water, I'm going to walk on you. And I'm not sinking. Yes, master. Oh my, I mean, he has control over everything. So why not trust him instead of worrying? And why? You know what, God, from this day point, I'm going to try to have the GSGA mindset so I will not worry and I will trust you wholeheartedly in everything, no matter what comes my way. I'm going to have the GSGA mindset. Stop worrying and let God handle it. That God will continue to bless and keep you is my prayer. Don't forget your seeds, your tithes, and your offering. Until next Sunday.